Exactly, one of us is
Maybe
deputized.
we shouldn't start with that.
No, 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 no. That's why we don't start. We just kind of hide in the trees close to the funeral. They don't see us.
I will say, Blazer, you're going to be on this net thing for the rest of the day, so
Oh,
any
okay.
other investigation is going to have to happen with the other two.
Oh, they just plopped down on the couch right here.
All right. So, do you want to go check that out, Mickey?
I think it could be beneficial. I think that we could at least learn a little bit more about the target of this attack, which might tell us more about the motivations of whatever creature or entity might have done the doing.
All right. Fine. All right, I'll get my keys. There's drinks in the mini fridge. You know where they are. Don't drink them all.
Yeah. Maybe one or two.
And we head out. Follow the funeral procession just to see if we might be able to make contact with anybody. Ideally, without pissing them off.
Of course. It's not a very big funeral procession because it's not a very big town, and this is very sudden, you could say.
Yeah.
Um, are you going to try to talk to people before or after the funeral itself?
Um.
Or I
Probably.
guess the burial, I should say, which is where they're going.
That's
I
a
think
very
I
good
think
question. Are
I think we
people
should.
more sad before the before the funeral or after?
That is a very, very good question.
Yeah,
I
inquiries of a
I think
psychopath.
I ca I hmm. I initially was thinking we should wait to see what is maybe said during the service itself that we can use to maybe like go off of and kind of perhaps blend in a bit more as if we, have a dog in this race.
Are you going to dress for the occasion? I'm curious.
Well, we've already left.
I mean, listen, if you it'll take the requisite time. You won't be like right behind the funeral
I mean,
procession.
that's fair.
But if you're wanting to dress in some nicer clothes instead of just hitting this in whatever you're in now, I either way, I just want to know how you guys are doing it so I know how people are going to react to you.
Look, Mickey's already in all black. I see no reason to change that.
All right.
Yeah.
Jeff, it is your
Um,
house. Probably
it
be quicker for
is.
you to change anyway.
It would be. I'll put on something slightly nicer, but I don't
All right.
keep like funeral clothes.
You put on the nicest outfit you have, a pastel yellow suit.
Oh, Jeff.
He's the banana man.
Look, okay. It's just let's not.
Oh my god,
Let's
the banana
go.
man.
Good Curious George reference there.
All right.
Jesus Christ, Jeff.
So Jeff and Mickey head off to the cemetery.
There's
Yes, indeed.
bones in there.
I will say you do get there a little bit after the sort of burial service has begun, since you took the time to change and kind of spruce yourself up. Not terribly long after. There you can see as you like pull up and get out of your van, a couple of people are kind of still walking up to get with the rest of the crowd. It's a pretty small, intimate service. You see a very simple wooden casket is being held above a very recently dug hole. A man with a yarmulke and a tallit is standing at the head of the group, uh, saying a few prayers in Hebrew. You can tell from his voice, the way it's wavering, he is very personally affected by what's going on. But after a while, the casket gets lowered down and the grave begins getting filled. And a few of the people, presumably family and friends of Miss Pittman, start sort of dispersing a little bit. If you were going to talk to somebody, now would be the time. Are you after anybody in particular?
Can we get a general read of like who is present? Like, is it obvious, like the individual family members or friends, maybe, or
Uh, I will say you did know that Alyssa's parents lived in town. They're probably the ones who are crying the most
that makes sense?
there. You can see a few sort of younger people and their parents are there. Some of them look almost shell-shocked. Some of them look bored. Some of them are crying as well, of course. Um, and you know what? Just for fun, Mickey, um,
Oh my god.
give me read a bad situation, because this is a pretty bad situation, and you are trying to read it.
I don't
That is
disagree.
very, very true. Okay, so I'm rolling sharp. Wait, is it, um, does this, is this something that press accredation would affect, where I roll charm instead of sharp?
Uh, no, because you're not doing
Okay,
the investigate a mystery thing. You're not actually
okay,
talking to anybody yet.
okay, alright. Sharp it is.
Mm.
Holy damn.
Really fucking sharp. Oh my
All
god.
right.
Nothing gets past Mickey.
All right. So you're going to have your hold 3. I'm going to spend one of those holds for you now
Okay.
to point out something in particular. There are two figures that seem to stand out. And I mean that very literally, away from the main sort of group. You can see standing under a tree a rather severe looking woman, and in a completely different part, also separate from the large funeral procession, seems to be a priest or a reverend of some kind.
Hmm.
That both seem to be watching from afar. Um, you still have 2 more holds to ask any questions you have, but I will say, as part of reading a bad situation, uh, if you act on what I just told you, or the answers you get to the other 2 questions, you get a +1 bonus to any rolls you make.
Okay.
For as long as that information is relevant anyway.
Okay, alright.
Yeah.
Um,
Now, obviously, a lot of these are more designed around, say, a den of monsters, but, you know, we'll make it work. Most of them are vague enough. I can give you a pretty good answer.
what the questions?
Yeah.
Right.
You basically get 2 more questions. I gave you one for free. Or not for free, it cost a hold, but I made sure I gave you one.
Yeah, alright. Um. Hmm.
And you of course don't have to ask these right now. If there is somewhere you want to like follow up on, first, you can.
I mean, I suppose I am interested in talking to the outsiders as being, kind of insiders ourselves at this event.
Being outsiders at the event yourselves?
Yeah, kinda. I don't know.
Yeah,
I
I
feel
get
like
it.
we
I
too
mean
would
that
be the
that fair.
types to
Yeah.
stand on the edge of the crowd and,
Very very popular funeral for a high school girl, wouldn't you say?
you know, the young ones always attract a crowd. Um, yeah.
I'll follow your
Yeah.
lead wherever you think we should approach first.
Hmm. All right. I think and the priest that's present, I take it isn't he wasn't the person leading the the ceremony, right?
No.
Ceremony?
No.
Okay. I'm kind of I don't know. I think I'm more interested in talking to the severe woman.
All right. Um, Jeff, would you like to go with them, or would you rather split up and search for clues
I think this would be a
slash
good
talk to other people?
situation to. I think this would be a good situation to kind of split up. Um.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna
So
go ahead and make a ruling on that really quick, just to streamline things. At uh Mickey's with Mickey's permission, of course, I will let you use one of their holds as if you had read a bad situation, since I think you guys are communicating enough.
Yeah, sure.
If there's something you're wanting to get into, as long as they're okay with it, you can kind of split the last two holds, one for each of you.
okay.
Yeah, I like
Um.
that.
Well, in that case, I I think I am actually going to. I want to see if I can get in to talk to some of the more in crowd. Um. On this, so I will ask, what's my best way in? Like, what's the best way for me to just get in there and get to talking to somebody?
I would say probably the best way in is you notice there's a bit of a uh, sort of line leading or trailing back from the presumably Alyssa's parents. People kind of shaking their hands, saying, "I'm so sorry for your loss," and moving on. I would say if you fall into the end of that line and offer your condolences, that will help open them up and make them a lot more ready to speak to you.
I think that that's the approach that I'm going to take. Then just giving my condolences, just getting in there and trying to see if I can get some people talking about about like their relation to the victim. I'm gonna try to like keep
Oh, so you're chatting up the
things.
line as well.
Well, I might not be chatting up the line like right away, but it just more than
Okay,
anything,
that's
yeah,
fine.
I'm trying to like just keep the fact that I'm like investigating this on the down low at least for right now, and just try to be a little bit more personable.
Absolutely, absolutely. Um, so as you step up, the two grieving. Is there a word for somebody who's lost their child?
Uh,
You could just say
well,
the bereaved.
The bereaved. Yeah, as you walk up to the
yeah,
bereaved, um, you can tell they've been crying. They're trying to keep up appearances as best they can, but they are deeply hurt. As you offer your condolences and shake their hands and give the warmest um, sort of condolences that you can. I wish I didn't use that word again, but there we are. Uh, you can see it does give them some degree of comfort, even if they don't know who you are, and they do ask, like, did you know Alyssa?
Um, not not on a personal level, no, but I I had heard about what happened. It's terrible. At least wanted to offer my condolences. Just
It was
they
very
were a
good of you to
member of
come
the
all the
town.
same. Thank you.
We Fortunately I found out about it when I was coming back into town. Like I I hope that whatever happened that that the cops or someone can get to the bottom of it. But
It's our understanding that it was a wild animal attack.
yeah, I
A
mean,
freak of chance.
did she did she visit the library often? I know that the I had talked a little bit to the librarian about it, and he seemed to know her a lot better.
Yes, Mr. Walker was a good man. I believe he helped take our Alyssa under his wing. God knows she was at the library every chance she got. She was a voracious reader, our girl. And while this conversation is going on, I want to cut back to Mickey. How are you approaching this severe looking woman?
I think I'm just gonna kind of yeah, I think I've kind of been on the outskirts myself this whole time as
Mm-hmm.
well. You know, we got here late, kind of at the back, and with the shuffle of the crowd, I kind of just want to kind of, nonchalantly, indirectly make my way over to where I'm standing in her vicinity, just kind of like, hands in my pockets, looking at the line of mourners going up and just kind of
Right.
sigh.
As you get closer, two things become immediately apparent. One, uh, you know this woman well. Most of the town does. She is, of course, the resident busybody, a Candace Shepherd.
I had wondered.
The second thing that becomes clear is as you walk up, you hear her mumbling something of a prayer to herself while staring at the slowly being filled grave of Miss Pittman.
Mm, mm.
She doesn't seem to acknowledge you as you approach.
So I'm gonna just kind of be standing vaguely next to her, just watching the procession, and I just kind of toss out a little like, it's always a shame when they're so young.
She jumps a little bit as you start speaking to her, and then she looks at you. She's like, "Oh dear, I'm sorry you gave me such a startle. Uh, yes, it's a shame, and even for one like her. I'm sorry, you'll have to forgive me. I'm praying over her eternal soul."
That's no worries. I'm sorry to have startled you. Was there something in particular about her soul that needed prayer, or were you some kind of relation?
No, I simply knew her as we all do. As far as her soul, well, I can't say that I much approve of convorting with the pagans as she did, but she may yet be saved.
Oh. You're the first to make any mention of any kind of spiritual leanings that she may have had. Were you familiar with her in life?
Oh, I'd seen her once or twice. You have to keep an eye out when you're part of the ACSP. I'd seen her running around with her friends, doing all sorts of dark rituals in the night. Past curfew, no less.
Dark rituals. What
Frankly, I'm
kinds?
surprised
And
it took her this long to catch up.
interesting.
Harsh.
Well, it always is something. Those pagans running about all hours of the night. Whereabouts did you say that you would have seen her?
Oh, everywhere at the edge of the nature preserve, here in the cemetery, speaking to spirits using necromancy and witchcraft. She had no respect for private property, no respect for the Lord, and no respect for anything good. But Jesus loves her all the same. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah,
And
indeed
when
I
she
would.
says that, she just kind of looks you up and down, and you can tell she's hiding it behind a veneer, but she just subtly grimaces just a little.
Yes, indeed. I'm sure she was beloved by all sorts of people. Yeah, I think I had seen her a time or two. Didn't she wear a cross necklace?
That was no cross, dear. That was, I don't know, some sort of emblem of demons.
Ah, of which I there seems to be many.
Yes, indeed, the devil takes many forms, and you must stay forever vigilant of him. And we're gonna cut there. Go back to Jeff. Actually, no, hold on. Hold that thought, Jeff. Hey, Blazer,
Yeah,
how you
yeah,
doing?
yeah.
How's the forum working
Uh,
going?
they're giving me a little bit more information about the Ankh in the picture. Not much about
Absolutely.
the picture because they can't. It's really hard to decipher, but about the Ankh,
Yeah,
it,
so
it's a symbol of reincarnation.
yes, reincarnation, and in some circles of protection. Something that people can hold close to them that is meant to keep you safe from dark spirits. That's more of course, a sort of Wiccan style of Ankh, but nonetheless, yeah, it does seem like it was, at least as far as Pittman used, a charm that was meant to keep her safe from harm.
It's kind of sad, The main reason I know about the Ankh is because of the Binding of Isaac.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. Um. But let me
But
check your thing real quick before I move
mm,
on from you. Da da da. Net friends. Oh yes. Okay. Well, we'll leave it there for now. I think you will be getting a little bit more information from these folks. Especially if you mentioned the sulfurous smell.
yes, that was in the main
Um,
post. We were discussing other things.
Absolutely. It's a side post, side thread. It's going crazy. All right, Ram or Jeff.
I'm Jeff.
How are you continuing your questioning, we'll call it, for lack of a more gentle word, of
Yeah.
the Pitmans?
Um, I will. I will actually. I will. Man, what's the best way to broach this?
I'll say, having sort of done this foundation, if you want to go into questioning right now, um, there still might be a role for it, of course, but since you used the answer that I gave you for the question, you'll get a +1 to it regardless of your tack from here,
Yeah.
just to make things a little easier for you. Because
Um.
this is hard for anyone to do, let alone to people who don't actually exist. Woo! Because we're playing a tabletop role-playing game. Anyway,
I will actually try to inquire. Um. So was I didn't know too much about Alyssa. Was she religious? I saw her around wearing like a cross all the time. Uh.
oh no, well, she always described herself as more spiritual than religious. Um, we taught her well, and she went to explore, we'll say, other faiths. But it kept her out of trouble, so we have no problem with it, of course. Why, do you think that might be related?
uh, I I have no way of knowing, but I doubt that beasts, just attack on religious grounds. But I I noticed that the fuck me.
Beg your pardon.
No, the it's not pasture.
Oh,
Um,
rabbi?
yeah. Um,
Who you're
uh,
now talking to, by the way, still in his Talit and Yamaka.
yeah. Um, what was the question I was gonna ask? God damn it. Right. I was mostly just curious because uh obviously um rather than a pastor, a rabbi,
Hello, yes.
presiding yeah, presiding uh over this. I did find it odd that there was a bit of a conflict in the imagery. Yes.
Oh, you know how teenagers are. No, we gave her quite a bit of theological studies as she was growing up, and, she decided to seek other modes of spirituality. It's, completely normal.
Oh yeah, of course. What what did what was she even into? I mean, you said it was more spiritual. Are we talking like I I apologize, like Wiccan or
Yes, Wiccan, some Egyptian mythology, I believe she dabbled in, a little bit of, was it Norse, honey? And the rabbi slash Miss Pittman's father, Mr. Pittman, just kind of solemnly nods. Yes, she dabbled in all sorts. It was just almost a hobby she had. I think she had a brief stint in Buddhism as well.
oh well, I do thank you for talking about this. I
Not
I
at
am of
all. Every time we talk about her, it's like she's still here with us.
course.
She forces a kind of sad smile.
Again, I do offer my condolences, and I wish you all the best. Lee, whatever this whatever did this will be found and removed before anybody else gets hurt. I would hate to see this happen again.
Thank you. Mickey, how's your conversation going? What are you saying to old Miss Shepherd?
Hmm. The next thing I want to know is if, if Alyssa had been the only rabble rouser in town, or if she went cavorting with the devil with her friends.
Well, of course, were a few of them. I know she starts kind of looking up and to the right, as as you do, you know. Should have my notes up already.
As if she's, recalling information.
Exactly, not lying.
Of course, of course.
Oh, here we go. Yes, there was Wade Gillespie, I believe, little turd that he is. Pardon my French. And I believe Ophelia Martin. Regular triad of devil worshippers they were.
Oh, interesting, and even blaspheming the Holy Trinity in their numbering. I tell you what, I would like to give a firm word to those rapscallions. Are either of them at this procession? Have they been seen since the incident?
Her eyes kind of narrow. You seem to be asking quite a few questions. She looks at the grave again. You're not involved in this, are you? She looks over your whole appearance again.
I'm as involved in it as any caring member of our community. I mean, if we're going to be having these demon worshippers running around our town, then I think that as a citizen, I have a right to know. And quite frankly, I think it's brave of you to be the one to speak out about it. I haven't heard a word from anywhere else.
Just kind of looks at you.
Love it playing into her.
Looks over at the slowly setting sun. Says, I think perhaps it's best I took my leave. And with an untrusting look, she begins to walk away.
Have a nice evening, madam.
Hmm,
The Lord be with you.
and with your spirit. All right, are you guys going to reconvene, discuss what you have learned?
Yes.
All right,
Yeah.
excellent. I
Oh,
will say, for the sake of continuity, the reverential figure, reverendal, anyway, has left as well.
Mm.
yeah.
Mm.
So I got to
What's up,
speak with the
Jeff?
parents,
Mm.
and they Virtue found may have found something similar, but seemed that there was a conflict of faith, as it were.
Mm. Yeah, I talked to old Miss Busybody, what's her name, and she seemed quite concerned for the immortal soul of our Miss Alyssa Pittman. Apparently, she was into some paganisms, what, what's her face considers, I suppose, some sort of demon worship. Apparently, wasn't alone in it either.
Now that is interesting. The parents
Yeah.
talked about it like it was, a little bit of paganism, a little bit of Wiccan, some I think it was Norse Egyptian, and a small stint with Buddhism. Like there was a lot of soul searching, for lack of a better term, that was happening. Though, if they were doing it with other people, that's at least a lead that we can follow. And if this is related to, a religious aspect, may not have much time. We may potentially be looking at future victim.
Yeah, that's my thinking. I tried to ask if the other two, apparently there's two others, were in attendance, but she kind of got flaky on me there toward the end for whatever reason.
No, you weren't talking to Candace.
Candace, yeah. Yeah, that is what she said her name was. Yeah, piece of work, that woman.
It took me outright telling her that we were looking at a crime scene, a mangled corpse for her to leave last time. And now she just leaves while we're actually trying to look into this. Wonderful. You know, that's not my problem. Um, anywho, sun is getting
She had
low.
her vigils to keep.
Yeah, sun is getting low. I think we should check back with Blazer, and I think first thing in the morning, we need to see if we can track down these other kids. Make sure that not only are they alive, but at the very least we have something to follow.
Absolutely. That's the best we have to go on by a long shot.
Speaking of Blazer,
Yeah.
you have gotten one more piece of information from, we'll say, one of the users on the forum that you find is a trusted source. When you mention the smell of sulfur on the charm, it is pointed out to you that oftentimes relics with spiritual power, when coming into contact with, we'll say, darker beings, can burn them and leave behind a sulfurous odor like the brimstone of hell.
Mm, mm.
Um, and then you find Mickey and Jeff are back. Hi guys.
I uh the Ankh might have been used because of the creatures that attacked her.
Okay,
Might have been
so
used.
Used, yeah, because the sulfur smell that's used because dark entities. I think that's what they said. Yeah, yeah. Dark entities were in the vicinity of it, so it used its power to
so
help
Ah,
protect her.
so for protection, okay, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
so it was used for protection, and yet
It failed.
quite
Well,
horrifically, it would seem.
I I do still wonder though if it's leaving behind a sulfurous smell, and that's supposed to be a sign that it did something contact. Then hmm, perhaps it's not something that is necessarily Egyptian in nature, but it's in opposition to it. Would they things would they yeah, if it worked on them, then the Ankh has power over them, right? Like at
Yeah.
least even a little bit. I don't know. We have some leads to follow as well, and I do catch Blazer up on what we've discovered at the funeral. So
And Blazer, you are caught up on what they discovered at the funeral.
Hooray.
so
And
we
also, I have a soothing throat lozenge to potentially offer you.
No, 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 no. None's wrong with my throat. It's fine.
so next task, we need to figure out who these kids are and see if we can track them down tomorrow.
Mm,
Um, are you familiar with either of them? I the
mm.
names I don't know if the names ring a bell for me. It's a small town, like you said. Gizmo.
Um, you aren't very familiar with them. You suspect it's because most of them are teenagers uh, who go to Antler Creek High, and as a not creepy adult, you don't have a lot, or a youth leader in any way, you don't have a lot of interaction with that particular demographic of Antler Creek.
All right. Well,
Go deer.
we do we do
I
have an option of either checking the school database or just going to the school to see if we can like um talk to like a receptionist there or the principal, see if we can get some information. We have a deputy with us.
three grown adults show up to a school holding a picture of a girl. Do you know this lady? Do you know this lady?
Do you
Can you
recognize this
tell us?
mangled corpse?
Do you recognize this lady?
We
Boy.
have business here.
Are you her friend?
Look, it's
But
an
I
investigation.
have a
How
fake
else are we
badge.
how are we gonna how else are we gonna investigate?
Uh, I can check her social media to see what kind of friends she has on there.
That is somehow more stalkerish than what I suggested.
I don't. Whoa, whoa. No, I don't think it is.
I can
I
just see
don't
what
think
friends
it
she
is.
has, like the teenagers in the area.
If not, it's like going to a
Yeah,
school
search
to
that.
find specific children that may be related to an investigation. Is that not an official channel?
Uh,
No, no, no. I think we should let Blazer Google teenagers in my area.
teenagers, high schoolers in my area.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Mangled corpse of teenage high schoolers in my area.
And related teenagers, friends.
Yeah,
Hmm.
surviving teenagers in my area. I yeah. Hmm.
What do you think, Mickey?
I mean, I am with you. I do think that the school would be a fairly straightforward option. I do worry that it might be a bit intrusive. It might not.
If we're going to
I don't know.
investigate, we need to go where we might get information. And again, you're a deputy. You're a
I am.
deputy.
I
You can
am.
get
I'm
information.
I mean, you know. Yeah.
The public place, I don't think that it's an invasion of privacy or anything like that. We can just go
Uh,
there, inquire, and see if we may be able to talk to them
uh,
as part of an
uh,
investigation.
I have bad news.
What?
What's up?
I'm not allowed on the school campus.
Yeah, we
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 know.
No.
we know.
It's because what I did in high school. It just we don't talk
You
about
could
that.
fill a map with the places Blazer isn't allowed in Antler Creek.
Yeah, it turns
Um,
out that
and
Blazer's only actually allowed in my
here you
basement and
go.
in the van.
Yeah,
There's the
yeah.
map they filled of the places that Blazer's not allowed in Antler
You'll note that my basement is not on this map.
Creek.
Thus, he's
uh,
Exactly.
allowed.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
allowed in the nature reserve. They can't find me there.
It that's not so much you're allowed. It's just really hard to enforce.
There's too many trees.
But I
We've
will
got
say,
There's no
cactuses
Wi-Fi
everywhere.
out there.
as you all turn in from a hard day of investigating, and you sleep soundly in your beds, across town, within the cemetery,
Oh no.
A zombie comes out
something
of the ground.
stirs in the silence. It is not such a restful night for all in Antler Creek. just before 4 a.m., Mickey, you get a call. It's Sheriff Jim.
Hello, Sheriff Jim.
Wow, you're dry for this hour. Listen. What we feared has seemingly come to pass. There's been another victim.
My God. Where and who this time?
This young man named Wade Gillespie. He's he's alive, but it's not looking good. We've rushed him to the medical center, and we're doing what we can to preserve the scene at the cemetery. If you and your crew would like to investigate, now would be the time.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you for letting me know. We'll, I suppose, head over to the cemetery as soon as possible. Now, do you know approximately when this happened?
Sometime in the night, the groundskeeper said he heard screaming. Probably around 2 a.m. By
Okay.
the time he came out here, he saw the boy curled up on the ground, trembling, blood all over his face, missing his ears.
Hmm. Very interesting. Well, let's see. It's about, what do we say, 4 now? So 2 hours. Yeah. Okay. All
That's
right, we'll
enough
head
time
over.
for ears to go missing.
Took him a while to find the kid. He was, and still is, catatonic. He's not responding to anyone or anything. Got him hooked up to some life support in the medical center right now.
Hmm.
I haven't notified his parents yet. I thought, with how weird this is getting, any chance you might have to potentially get something out of him, I'd give you that opportunity. I know
I
how
appreciate that.
panicked parents can get in the way.
Yeah, it may well not be for the best to drag them in at this point. Not quite yet. All right. I think we will head over and see if we can, well, just see what we can see. Get what we can out of him. Hope that we can prevent this from happening to anyone else.
All right, over and out. And Sheriff Jim hangs up.
I can't believe.
Are you going to awaken the others?
Absolutely. Wakey, wakey, boys!
Hands off
Yeah.
Snaky.
Yeah. What's going on?
Listen,
Yeah.
just got off the phone with the sheriff,
Yeah.
and one of the kids that we were going to track down today
Uh-huh.
has been tracked down by presumably whatever it is that we're trying to track down in the grand scheme of things. You get
I
it. Long story
fucking
short,
knew it.
we need to start the van now, and we need to get to the hospital. The kid's alive, but he isn't really responding to anyone, and it's not looking good. Parents haven't been informed yet. We need to get there, and this might be our only chance to have any kind of first
Now, is
person.
everybody going to the hospital?
Uh, I'm allowed in that. Yeah.
Under
They,
very specific
they,
circumstances that you
they
will
do.
begrudgingly let you into the hospital. If,
Yeah,
Look,
for
we're gonna have to
instance,
break
your
Blazer's
leg
leg
is missing.
first.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
exactly.
but
Um,
then we
offer
can
this
get
tribute.
hidden.
so the crime
Absolutely.
scene is still the scene is still preserved, right?
Yeah, they're doing the best to preserve the crime scene. It's what again, like four and some change right now. It happened about 2-ish hours ago. Um, I am heading over
I
to the hospital,
Yeah. How about
but
Uh,
this? I'll drop you two off at the hospital. I
uh,
want to see the scene while it's fresh.
do you think it might be better if I go to the scene and you stay at the hospital? I've got a nice flashlight.
I'm gonna let you handle this one, Jeff.
I, I, I
Is your
I'll be
problem before
fine.
sunrise.
Yeah, I won't touch anything. Promise. I'll just take pictures.
You know what? Yeah, Blazer, you're with me. Mickey, I'll let you handle talking to the kid.
All
If
right,
the other one is there, because there was more. If the other one is there, we need we need more information, and we need
absolutely
to
we do.
protect them.
It'll be safe at the
Or
hospital, but it's good to be sure that you're safe, Jeff.
I'll, I'll be fine.
I know, but it's just good to be sure.
Okay. And I grab my keys, grab some coffee real quick, and we head out.
All right. You head out. You, of course, will drop Mickey off at the medical center and go on to the crime scene. Now, I'm going to give you the option here. Who wants to go first? We'll obviously be intercutting the scenes, but what's the thing that you want to kind of dig into first?
Well, we dropped Mickey off at the hospital first.
All
Mickey
right.
gets first dibs.
It's true.
Okay. Mickey, as you go in, you talk to the receptionist, and he informs you that Sheriff Jim already called ahead, said you were on the way. He tells you the room to go in, and as you go in, right now, there is nobody uh, but young Wade Gillespie, shown here in there. Now, this is a bit misleading. Imagine that that ear isn't there.
Right.
And
That's why his
also,
bangs are that way.
No, that's his
yeah,
left.
amazing. But he is lying in the hospital bed, dressed very much like that still. Well, I guess no, they would have put him in hospital gowns, but those clothes are like lying somewhere. You get it.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
And he's just kind of staring up at the ceiling, trembling.
Oh.
You can tell he's got a heavily elevated heart rate from what you can see on the monitors. Blood pressure is spiked. He's not in a good way. You can see mixed
Oh
in
no.
with the IV are a few
Oh no.
intravenous. Uh-oh, what's going on?
I I hope that this isn't me connecting the dots. The third one is gonna have his throat taken out, isn't he?
Is hear no evil, see no evil, speak no evil.
The first victim
Yeah,
had their eyes removed. This one has their ears removed. The
yeah,
next one's going for the throat.
yeah.
Who can say? He's of course hooked up to various intravenous drugs. You can see quite a few sedatives are being ordered, though they haven't been applied yet. You can tell just from your cursory knowledge of medicine that if they don't get this kid stabilized soon, he's going to die. the body cannot stay in this state for very long.
Right. Um, hmm. Is this a situation in which I can read a bad situation and try to get some kind of edge here?
You know what? You never used your hold for the earlier read a bad situation.
Oh, that's right.
So how about I just give you that one? Give you a hold for free.
Okay. All right.
And
All
we'll
right.
just use that one here. It's a different
Okay.
situation, but it is a bad situation.
It's not great. Yeah.
What question do you have?
Um. Uh. Fuck. Well. Okay. Not that this counts as the question, but like, did you say is he only missing the one ear?
No, he's missing both.
He's missing both ears. Yeah. Okay.
He's
Okay. Cool.
earless. He's also covered in scratches and bruises, that kind of deal, you know.
Okay. All right. All right. All right. All right. Um. w- If I were to like speak to him, can he? Is he work like? If he doesn't have ear, can he still hear me?
Yeah,
Okay.
probably. I
Just
mean, I'm not gonna tell you for sure, but like the ears are gone, but he's not necessarily. Well, I guess you'll find out, won't you?
I suppose.
Not my ass being like, I had genuinely not considered that he might be deaf, but that'll be an interesting thing for you to have to deal with if he
oh,
is.
so that's not being quoted. The I know he doesn't have ears. Can you hear me?
All right, I've been working hard
All right.
in the drawing minds. There you go in pics. There's an updated reference.
Oh, fucking hell. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Wonderful.
Beautiful.
All
That's
right.
still too much ear.
It's still too much ear. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
they're
part of the
gone.
head's
Yeah.
missing, but I just there's no ear there anymore.
It's the difference between a sea lion and a sea leopard. Wait, a seal. A seal and a
A
sea
sea
lion.
Sea
It's the
lie.
ear.
leopard.
A sea lie. It doesn't ever tell the truth.
Oops. Anyway, okay. Oh, fucking hell. Oh, man. Oh, man. All right. All right. All right. All right. So there's this. So here I am, Mickey, and there's a kid in front of me, clearly dying and with no ears, and I have to investigate what happened. All
Hmm.
right.
You do have
Okay.
one question you can ask me that I will answer to the best of my ability.
I- Is there anything I can do
Specifically,
to?
a question from the read a bad situation.
Ah, fucking hell. All right, hold on.
Though I would love to answer any actual questions you have.
You
What?
literally took the exact same image off of Wikipedia that I was looking at earlier.
Yeah.
Bizarro Kizaru and I it was Aru?
Yeah.
I was Aru, yeah.
And I want to make
What
it clear, I'm also
is?
making these connections like fucking driving there. Fucking the coffee sets in. I'm like, wait.
Oh. I didn't want to say it because I'm like, okay, is this metagaming? It's like,
Look, the three
Listen.
wise monkeys is a classic Buddhist like thing.
yeah,
Yeah, and you don't even know that it's what is happening.
yeah,
Could be
true.
coincidence.
Okay.
This is a mystery, unless you're literally looking at my fucking notes and being like, "Oh, it ain't metagaming."
Oh, okay. Just wanted to be sure.
Yeah,
Yeah, no worries.
this is a world
Appreciate
that has
the
internet. We would know about the three wise monkeys.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. That's fair assumption. It's old woman decor, even. Okay. All right. So my question is, what's can I ask what's my best way in? But like, what's my best way into this boy's?
Soul.
Yeah, and just stop right there and don't say anything more. And the
Well, I
answer
was
is
Gotta
he's
pay the
gonna
got to
troll
pay the
toll.
say,
troll toll. Yeah,
I,
exactly.
Well,
well, I stopped because the only thing I could think of was communicable realm, and that didn't sound better to my ear. Um, but like you get it. Like my best way into like conversational contact with him, or just like to I don't know, man.
I'm not
Mickey's
sure that
Mickey's losing it.
yeah, he's catatonic right now.
Right.
I'm not sure like you can look at him, you can try some things, but I'm not sure that just reading the situation will give you a good way to pull him out of catatosis.
Mm.
What if they stare at him really, really intensely?
Catatonia?
Okay. Wow. That that is so I effectively I still haven't asked the question.
Effectively, yeah. I'm not gonna squeeze
Great.
your hold if I can't find a good way for you to figure that out.
Uh what's the best way to protect the victim? Like to not push him further to death?
You know what? Let's roll with it.
Okay.
That'll be step one.
All right. All right. That's
Um, and it'll be part of your best way in, I guess. Um,
yeah.
as you kind of look over him, you notice two very closely related things. As you're looking closer at the scratches and the bruises, you see there are some marks that are almost like pinpricks on him. You don't notice them at first because obviously a big ol' scratch is going to be a lot more obvious than a little poke in somebody.
Sure. Sure. Sure.
Um, and obviously, the doctors didn't do that because, well, the ones they did have IVs and shit attached to them. And as you go to read the little clipboard that's there for, rotating nurses and doctors to be able to read,
Right.
you notice that uh, he seems to be showing signs of some unknown toxin
Mm.
that they are trying to isolate from his blood and A, figure out what it is so that they can maybe counteract it, and B, figure out what it is for many
Okay.
reasons. Um, and as you're looking over this, a doctor comes in from behind you. You hear the door open, and he goes, "Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't realize anyone was in here. Are you next of kin?"
Uh no, I am not. To my knowledge, the boy's family hasn't been alerted, but I was alerted by the sheriff first and foremost.
Oh, you're the deputy we were told about.
I'm the deputy.
Yes,
Yes,
okay.
indeed.
How how experienced are you with animal attacks?
I wouldn't say that I'm a expert in the field, but if I may, doctor, this seems quite strange.
It is. And he starts like screwing in. Sorry, there's a creature on me. He starts screwing in another sort of tube or another bag with a different substance in there that's mixed up. This will be some sedative. It'll hopefully stabilize his vitals while we wait for the anti-venom. And when he says that, he kind of looks at you as if he almost can't believe what he's saying.
Anti-venom, then. That's, yeah. The ear-eating pythons of Antler Creek, I've heard tell.
Actually, pythons are constrictors. They don't have venom. They squeeze their prey to death. Every time they breathe
Yeah,
out, they squeeze tighter so they can't breathe back in.
I admit I did think of that the second I said it. Anyway, so
Sorry, my bedside manner is terrible.
well, I'm
Yes, I
not
couldn't
sure what
believe it.
difference it makes in this case.
I've been working for 10 years as a doctor, and oh, I've seen animal attacks, all right. Somebody will piss off a raccoon, and we have to give them a rabies vaccine, or they'll find some sort of bear or something out and come out all torn up. But this, and he points to those pinpricks. It's not a snake bite. It's a sting. But I don't know of any creature native to these parts that can inject a venom through sting and also, and he gestures broadly to the larger wounds, cause such damage to somebody. I was hoping you might.
Right. Well, no, I'm not aware of anything native to the area, although I have begun to suspect that we may have some sort of issue with, shall we say, an invasive species.
And as
I
you're saying that, you hear the heartbeat begin to slow. The blood pressure begins to drop. Jeff and Blazer, you pull up to the cemetery. The sun is just barely starting to peek out. Actually, it probably isn't yet if it's October and it's still like just after 4 to 5,
Okay.
especially this part of the world. So it's still dark actually, like it's dead of night. But you do see the flashing red and blue lights in the cemetery parking lot as Sheriff Jim comes to meet you, and you see his face immediately drop as he sees who climbs out of the van.
It's okay. I'm not here to fuck it up today. I'll be good. Trust me.
Hey, Jim.
Hey, Jeff. He kind of looks at you. Are you going to keep him
Yes.
contained?
Yes, I will keep him contained. Vicky is at the hospital right now, seeing what they can find on the victim. Um, I heard a little bit about it, and we have some theories and leads, but I figured we would at least split up a little bit and have somebody looking into this while it's still fresh, just in case.
Yeah, that's smart. Well, I'll show you to the scene of the incident. And you start walking in between various graves, statues, flowers, and would you believe it? You walk right up to the freshly inhumed grave of Alyssa Pittman. And sitting in front of the grave, in addition to bloodstains on the grass around it, you see a Ouija board
they they always get into this stuff.
How would you like to proceed?
So
Mm.
looking around, the do I suppose I wouldn't be able to tell right out of the gate. Right out the gate.
What's that then?
I'll ask the sheriff to start. Um, did you hear about? Did you hear anything about there being anybody else here? The It's our understanding that there may be at least one other individual that uh, was related to this. Kind of like just motion to like the Ouija board and stuff. Uh, with
He
with Alyssa,
gets gets a serious look and says, "You mean Ophelia?"
I believe so.
Yeah, called them. I know those three like to run around, but no, she hadn't gone out tonight. She's been safe, home, in bed,
Good. So
where
this was a solo
people
act
this
then.
age belong. It would appear so. I checked around. I wasn't able to find signs of anybody but Wade and the groundskeeper being here tonight. And the groundskeeper's supposed to be here.
Of course. I'll kind of lean down toward the Ouija board, and I won't touch it or anything because I don't want to fuck with the crime scene. But
Oh,
uh,
absolutely. Are you investigating a mystery, would
I
you say?
believe so. Like I wanted to get that question out before I started like doing a proper investigation.
Absolutely.
May I provide a question for you, Jeff?
Yeah. What you got?
Would you allow me to investigate the mystery? I have extra sharp.
Uh, I
I
mean,
just
Like
have
sure.
to.
Cheddar, he's extra sharp.
I'm extra sharp.
Yeah. Uh, and yeah, that makes sense. I'll actually kind of
I was
yeah.
gonna mention that I was like looking around while you were speaking to the sheriff because
No,
he doesn't
you're
really
fine.
like me in the first place.
Yeah, I'll
Go ahead, hit me with
motion you over it and be like, hey, let's look at this.
yeah. Hit me with that roll real quick, then we'll just kind of keep the scene rolling.
Oh,
Oh!
oh,
No.
Oh!
No.
All right. So you get to ask two of these questions. As I reveal more about the scene, of course, feel free to jump in with one of those questions, as long as you, as always, tell me how you're trying to find that out. But Jeff, I believe you were looking down at the Ouija board, yes?
Yeah, yeah.
yes. We were looking down
Yeah.
at the Ouija board.
Upon closer examination, you see that the Ouija board did get blood splattered on it, but more than that, you can see the little viewfinder is sitting over the in of the Ouija board, and through a blood smear, it makes a nice little path to you and R as well.
Like, what could that possibly mean?
I think it says run.
Think it says run.
Run.
You know, that makes sense. I don't know why I was thinking urn. I was like, what the fuck is what does an urn have to
Earn?
do with it?
Earn?
Incredible.
We're professionals.
All right.
Hmm.
So other than the creepy message, um,
You I'll give you one more thing that you're going to notice as you get down to the Ouija, other than the creepy message, which I was just too excited to
Mhm.
of
just let
course,
sit. Um, as you get closer to the Ouija board, you smell a familiar smell.
I knew it.
Mm.
Or sulfur.
Mm.
Yes.
Well, that does mean that our theory of the Ankh harming it may not hold as much water, but it seems to carry that smell with it. Sulfur, like a demon of some kind, but what like what I'm I'm having a hard time like making the connection here. Like my first instinct is like if it's not my understanding that like the wise monkeys, which is my running theory now, um, like they don't. I don't think that they have like some vengeful thing going on. So what would have incentive to mimic that?
Jeff,
Yes.
can I ask you to do one thing for me?
Depends on what it is.
I just kind of pull you to the side and just kind of take a step away from the chair. Give us just a minute, and I lean over. Can you distract the chair for a minute? Just,
Distract.
just, 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 just,
What are
just,
you
uh, just,
doing?
just keep his attention. No, no,
What
no,
are
no.
you
Okay,
doing? What are you
trust
doing?
me, Jeff,
What are you
Jeff,
doing?
Jeff. I'm the Ouija board is here. I don't have one of these at home. I can see if I can ask him a question. They were able to communicate and tell him to run. They might know more information. They could tell this was about to happen here, and they might be able to tell us where it can happen next.
Probably with the other kid.
Yeah, but where are they at?
Their house.
Yeah, but when will it occur, Jim? Jeff? What night?
I don't know. Why are you sounding more and more like Beetlejuice?
Becoming possessed.
Now that isn't important, Jim. Jeff.
Fuck. Look,
It's a little easier on the voice.
look. I'm not going to distract the sheriff so that you can mess with the crime scene.
I'm just gonna ask him a question. I'm not gonna touch the Ouija board. I'm just gonna ask a question.
Aren't you supposed to like put your fingers on it?
Yeah, yeah, I know, but I just want to see if it'll do anything.
You can ask it without needing to distract him.
Yeah, if the sheriff just sees me talking to a piece of wood, he might think I'm crazy,
He
which I
already thinks you're
am.
crazy.
Yeah.
Look, just get down there and we'll ask our little question.
Okay. Okay. Good. All right, and we break away. We go back over to the Ouija board.
All right. I'm assuming is Oh Jesus. Okay. Just
It's. I would like to use one of the holds.
I thought you might. I
Yep.
thought you might.
Uh
Go
huh.
on. What hold are you or what question are you asking?
When and where will the next critical event occur?
Okay.
Oh, for connect the dots.
Uh-huh.
Oh, ho ho ho.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I just kneel in front of the Ouija board, being very careful to not touch or interact with any of the splatters of blood.
Yeah,
But I'm just
But
I
you
could
put your hand on the viewfinder?
I completely forgot that you had 3 holds for connect the dots.
That's fun. All
I
right.
would like
No,
to put
this
a
is
hand
great.
on the viewfinder and ask the question.
Absolutely.
God.
All right, we're gonna do this Ouija style.
Age.
Yes. That just does not look capitalized. Okay.
Oh,
He's calling you a hoe.
that's probably in the the groundskeeper shed. Hole. Holla
How long
in
ago?
the Holland. All right, we're gonna have to hop in a plane. We're gonna have to go overseas. Holland. Tomorrow.
All right. Yeah, fair enough.
Unless there's
Right.
some guy named Tom.
Nope.
Who is the other person? The third kid?
Ophelia Martin.
Okay.
Would you be able to open the map for me real quick, Gizmo,
Oh,
please?
sure. Absolutely. We'll put everyone on the map.
Hmm. Holland. Holland.
Who the fuck is Holland? Or sorry, where the fuck is Harlan? Holland, I should say, because like the question was when and where. The when, I suppose, is tomorrow. The where, Holland?
All right, I get up off the ground and I go up to the sheriff. Mr. Sheriff, I have a question.
Sure. What?
You're more familiar with the town than I am. Do you know somebody named Holland
Or a
or
place?
somewhere?
You mean Bo?
Bo Holland?
Yeah, he's the man on top of the ACSP. He and his family live just down Main Street, Pool Street, even West Gale Avenue, perhaps.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know them well. He's a fine man. Why are you asking?
Uh, 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 I forgot.
Fucking hell.
I just the name sounded familiar, Sheriff. Uh, I forgot why I was asking though.
Sorry.
He just stares at you open mouthed for a second. He looks pleadingly over to Jeff.
It's
Listen, I
yeah.
brought you in here because, frankly, I'm in over my head with this stuff. If you guys aren't going to take it seriously, I might need to call somebody else.
I'm sorry, Jim. We are taking it seriously. Obviously, and I'm gonna be upfront with you. You and I both know that you wouldn't let us anywhere near this if it weren't for the fact that you also believe that something beyond you or me, potentially, is afoot. We have reason to believe that Holland is going to be involved with whatever this thing is doing next tomorrow. So, if there's anything else that you can give us, I would greatly appreciate it. So that may be our next lead if this truly is related.
Um, I wish I could use trust me here, but I do want to use manipulate somebody.
Yeah,
Uh,
unfortunately, this is not. I'm not protecting
you're
them
not
from
protecting him
danger.
from danger, but yeah, go on. See how well you can manipulate someone.
Mm.
Partial.
Okay.
Partial, yeah, absolutely. Takes a deep breath. All right, I'll go talk to Bo, but just stay away from them for a little bit. I'll give you a call if I find anything. All right?
All right. I appreciate it. I'm sorry for the confusion.
I'm getting too old for this shit. Go back to the cemetery at night. But more than that, Mickey.
Dying kid.
Oh yeah.
Literally
No,
bleeding out on the bed.
no. His blood pressure and heart rate was going down because the doctor and our conversation was very soothing,
Yeah.
and he's gonna be fine.
His vitals, unfortunately, have stabilized.
Mm,
Unfortunately.
yeah,
Hey, I gotta run the monster here. Don't worry about it.
Like they just wanted the ears. The only reason why there was even a scuffle is because the kid was unwilling to give them.
yeah,
Exactly.
really selfish of him when you think about it, or when you don't.
You can still see Wade is still breathing pretty rapidly, but the doctor informs you in no uncertain terms that this will at least have him stabilized. And since he's not gone under, while I can't guarantee how lucid he might be, you can try to talk to him.
All right, great. No way for this to not be horrendously awkward. Um, so I guess I'm just gonna kind of pull up the little doctor's stool next to the bed and just, you know,
Yeah,
try to level with him. Get a, get where I'm not too imposing.
sure, sure. He's still staring up at the ceiling, but go on.
Sure, sure, that's fine. The hell of a night this kid's had. He's entitled to stare at whatever he wants to. Um, God damn it. Anyway, um, so yeah. Hey, Wade, can you hear me?
Hey, kiddo. Fun night, huh?
Listen, I got deputized in a parking lot. There wasn't exactly a fucking training course for situations like this.
Oh my
I'm
god.
an influencer, goddammit.
You just pull out a little microphone. Do you have any information about this situation? Please tell me what you know.
Wade doesn't respond immediately.
Immediately you say, well, then I
Oh,
will
sorry.
wait.
Wade doesn't respond.
Ah,
Don't know where the immediately came from, other than my mouth.
all right. Um, uh, I will. Uh, I'm gonna. All right. Mm. So I don't know for a fact that he can't hear me. He might just not be responsive. I want to kind of. God, every idea here is bad. Whatever. He's
Sometimes you just
stabilizing.
gotta do things.
Yeah, fuck it. We ball. I kind of all right. Fuck the stool. I want to like lean over him, like look into his eyes and see if anything registers.
Alright. As you lean over him, you look into his eyes. They start to slowly kind of fixate on you.
All right, we're getting somewhere. Can you hear me, Wade?
It's okay. Second time's a charm.
Well, he's looking at me now, so
I got him right where I want him.
I got him right where I want him.
You hear him, now that you're closer, start to whisper something over and over again.
Run.
The locusts.
What was that, kiddo? One more time.
Locust-
The
Locusts.
locust. The locusts. What's that, kiddo? Discord seems to be cutting out your whispers.
The locusts.
He's whispering the locusts over and over again.
The locusts.
The
Buddy,
locusts.
we're in a hospital room, okay? We're nice and safe. There are no insects anywhere near us that I know of.
The locusts.
Did a did did you see a locust in the graveyard, Wade?
His eyes go wide for a second. You see his heart rate start elevating again, blood pressure spiking, and you
That's
see
not
a dark liquid being pumped with a much greater consistency into his veins, and he fades into unconsciousness. Still alive, but knocked out cold. Hey Blazer, hey Jeff, what are you up to?
Getting back in the car and going to Mickey.
Oh, all right.
I
Huh?
don't know.
What?
It's oof.
You don't get to drive my car.
It's your car. I'm just in the back seat. It's up to you.
Um, that is a good question though. So with investigating the mystery here, um,
Yeah.
is there? Am I allowed to use
With his permission.
with yeah? Can I use one of your holds
Sure.
based on the information that we have so far?
Go on.
What
I said go on.
can I? Would I be able to ask what sort of creature is it?
All right. I'll give you a few things here.
The Luigi board. It's knowledge.
You know,
Waluigi board?
as you're looking around,
Wah.
and you and Blaze are kind of forensicing the crime scene as best you can, if it can be called a crime at this point.
Mm.
Um, you can tell that it's not necessarily creature so much as it is creatures. There are signs of a lot of them. And based on what you saw from the security footage, they're not terribly large. And as you're looking around, smeared on the back of Alyssa's grave, you see this.
Mm.
Hmm. Okay.
It is some kind of rune, some kind of symbol, some kind of something.
It is in fact some kind of something.
It is, but from what you can tell, it's hmm, debating on how much you would know about this.
I mean, as it stands, I know that there was relations to Norse, Egyptian, Wiccan, and Buddhism. This does not strike me as a Buddhist symbol. Um, it might have some relation to Egyptian symbols, but it
I would
strikes me more as like almost astrological.
You're not far off. With how close you got, I'll tell you,
Oh,
it looks demonic.
oh no. You can continue. No, no, no. I'm metagaming.
Oh no, that's fine. I said what I'm going to say about it. It looks
Okay.
demonic.
Okay.
So demons definitely confirmed.
Mm,
Um,
Can I take a picture of this and ask the online friends again?
Sure.
Let me see if I get banned again.
or I mean, maybe you can just like cross-reference it. Like maybe it's a combination of things here.
Oh no.
But you're gonna piss off so many people.
They don't like this one.
As you go back to the forum posting this picture, the same forum that was helping you earlier, um, you find that in your absence, the tide has turned against you. Everyone is saying that the picture from the security footage you sent was doctored, was fake, can't be real. They can tell by the pixels, and they've seen a few shops in their day. And the second you post this, everyone immediately calls out like this is clearly a hoax. Ban this person.
You come into
And you
my
are
thread, post
you
these pictures, and call it real.
exactly. You are once again banned from another one of your forums.
Fuck.
However, you rolled a miss, so mark an experience point. You're getting better at it.
Yeah. I'm getting better at being bad.
Some might say you're
Wow.
getting less bad.
Yeah.
I don't know how quickly it's happening, but
So, fuck, is there some way like that we would be able to break down the? I don't know of like breaking down the symbol would help, or if it's a fully contained thing.
It's a very good question. Sheriff Jim walks up, kind of looks over your shoulder at what you're looking at.
Was was this here before? I will ask aloud as he is like kind of coming over.
He looks at it. You know, I don't think it was. Oh, no.
Oh no.
I think you folks ought to talk to Nick.
Oh no.
Would Nick know more about the symbol?
I think he would. He's the reverend of the new Episcopal Church. Just came into town. Came into town? Was built. You get it.
They rolled it
He
in last
came.
Tuesday.
Yeah. He's he's got a master's in divinity, and I think he looks into demonology as a bit of a side hustle. We've had a few conversations about it, but the Hollands just joined that church.
I see. Where would he be now? I know it's still pretty early in the morning, but
What
if
day of the week is this?
if we can catch him,
That's a good question. We're gonna say it's Sunday for the fun of it.
It's Sunday morning. All right, we know where he's gonna be. Where's the
Sunday
church
fun
at?
Oh wait.
day.
Also, actually, speaking of, since it is early morning, uh, get rid of that tomorrow. I meant today. I
Oh,
was still
oh
under the
no,
impression that it was nighttime.
oh no!
Tomorrow, what? Huh?
Yeah,
It's
no,
not
tomorrow.
Holland tomorrow. It's Holland today.
Yeah,
Oh,
Holland today. Sorry, I
Oh,
forgot
today.
that it's
in
like
that case,
4 a.m.
then I'm going to like no. Holland is gonna be a problem. It's gonna have a problem tomorrow. Sorry, today, not tomorrow.
Yeah. No worries. Everybody's on the same page. We're just retconning that whole thing
It's okay.
because 4 a.m. fucks everybody up.
Yep. Even ghosts.
Yeah.
Especially ghosts. Oh, okay. That puts a much worse timer on this. Okay. Uh, so he is part of Holland is part of the new like church or whatever this stuff is.
Yeah, we're part of the Baptist church, but after Liana came out, they had to make a change.
Actually, Anna came out.
Liana Holland, that's their daughter.
So, okay. Well, I suppose, yeah. Well, you still have that picture, right, Blazer?
Yeah, don't worry.
All right. Yeah, I think
Uh,
we need to talk to them like as soon as we are able. Hopefully, we'll be able to catch them before service.
can I do something with the picture that does not require contacting the forms that I've been banned from? Like Googled
What
it.
what would you like to do with the picture?
Can I
Tell me what
reverse?
you're
Can I
trying to accomplish.
reverse image search this?
Is that because you have reverse image searched it?
No.
Listen, if you know something, if you see
Yeah.
something, say something.
So it is a very prolific thing that is very common related to a thing. This is not a very obscure thing, considering it is wrote in a lot of religious texts, because this is not a good symbol. The symbol is relating to demons of the
What?
Bible.
And that's where
No.
we'll end it. Nah, go on. Carry on.
Yeah. Tune in next week. This is the symbol of Abaddon.
And that's where we'll end it.
Oh,
Oh
okay, there
no.
you go. Just
That's
type in something in Google real quick and just kind of look over at Jeff. Uh, we may be over our head, Jeff. This isn't good. And just turn the phone around and just a picture of a demon on the phone.
And when we resume next week, we will join the crew, heading over to speak with Reverend Nick Jericho about the presence of Abaddon in Antler Creek.
yeah. No, that's gonna be great.
Okay, would you be able to check the Pix channel again for me, Gizmo?
Yeah, I can.
So let's just say we were to encounter it, and I was to do this to Abaddon. How effective would this be?
Let's see. I think I've seen this, but I want to see it again.
Peacock 45 here, and the
To
year is
be honest, it really depends on what the
1887.
shot's made out of,
Yeah,
my
yeah,
guy.
okay, yeah. Just curious.
But if I had to just spitball it, I would go not
Knock.
very to it'll make things worse.
Oof.
Okay.
Well, if that's where we're ending it, then yeah.
It seems like a really good spot to
It
end it.
it
Oh,
it does.
cliffhanger.
Oh no. Oh, fuck. Am I allowed to look up
Uh,
Abaddon now that we know?
I mean,
I mean,
it
listen,
is.
you can whatever's in Google about this is out there.
Well, considering Abaddon was they are not just a small demon. This is a very big bad demon. The angel of the abyss
Ooh.
is not just somebody who you hear of in passing. Now, of course, we are missing a lot of puzzle pieces because there is some things missing from the demonic sigil.
Well, there's actually a lot of some interesting connections here because, um, I, while it is well, there is Abaddon in the normal Bible as both
Mhm.
a place of destruction and an angel of the abyss. In the Hebrew Bible, it's used to refer to a bottomless pit, often appearing alongside the place, like not actually an individual.
Seems
Okay.
like a good time to
Which
go back to the splash screen.
Yeah.
yeah, man, we're gonna
Um.
have to talk through this.
Uh. So Abaddon is also related to Locust.
Yeah,
Mm,
we're
that was something
phew,
that was mentioned.
yes. Uh, yeah, we're just gonna cut here. I'm sure there's plenty to talk about. If you're still here, thank you for being here. Hope you have a wonderful rest of your night.
Sleep
Christ.
tight.
Oh, in the Old Testament, Abaddon